The British architecture industry has a diversity problem. Nearly 94% of British architects are white and 75% are male. Should there be more diversity in architecture so it can better reflect society and empower the people that live in it?
So if you bring in people with a greater spread of knowledge and a greater spread of experience, that's only going to have a positive impact.
The buildings of London paint a picture and tell a story. Although it might not be your story if you're from a black or minority ethnic background. According to research, there's widespread racism in architecture. Josh Fenton is studying at the London School of Architecture and believes there's a lot of nepotism, favouritism and prejudice.
If you're not perceived as looking like an architect or moving as an architect moves, then there's already this assumption that how is this person going to play out?
24% of black and minority ethnic architects have been victims of racism in UK workplaces. Josh's work experience has been relatively good compared to his BAME colleagues.
I have seen, for example, one of my BAME colleagues pulled up on a really minor infringement of company policy where there was, let's say, another colleague from a white background who was doing the same thing day in, day out over the whole year that I was there, and it was seemingly fine.
With clear misrepresentation in the industry, how does this affect the communities that live and work in these spaces? Tahera Roof is a young Bengali who believes having an understanding of different cultures is important.
Coming from a diverse background myself, having lived in social housing myself, I think I know what it means to live in there. I know what it's like. I know that I understand it. I know how it ticks, you know. And I think my perspective in an architectural setting is invaluable.
The top architect firms are aware of what's going on around them and are now tackling race diversity. The president of the Royal Institute of British Architects says there's no place for racism, discrimination or unfair treatment. Mentoring and training programs have been set up for BAME architects. Tim Riley, an architect for 20 years, has seen some positive changes.
The change I've seen, though, particularly has been around more women in the practice rather than from a more diverse range of backgrounds.
Small steps for the industry, but the lack of diversity remains a problem.
It's not nothing that is going to sway me from continuing to be an architect. It's just it's there and it's in the background. You're aware of it.
It's a profession that prides itself on being a vessel for culture and humanity. Structures and buildings are a crucial part of a city's identity. Is the industry working hard enough to tackle racism? When will architecture better reflect the diversity of the cities we live in?